Good morning, class. Today I'll be discussing stem cell research. Imagine being able to create organs from scratch. Now, imagine being able to save thousands of lives that are currently waiting for an organ transplant. Pretty soon, we won't have to imagine all these things because we are pretty close to making it a reality. Stem cell research has revolutionized genetic engineering to such a grade where growing organs from scratch can change the lives of thousands across the globe. First, I'll be explaining what stem cells are. Stem cells are classified as undifferentiated cells of an organism which have the capability to give rise to many cells of its kind, which can later be differentiated according to the Mayo Clinic. However, what makes these types of cells so special when it comes to the process of genetically engineering organs? The fact of these cells being undifferentiated means that they have not yet been assigned a specific function, for which they can take the function of almost any cell in our body. In addition, a study done by the Mayo Clinic has focused on how stem cells mature into cells in our bones, heart, muscles, and nerves, and possibly organs and other tissues. All of this research helps scientists have a better understanding how diseases affect our body and discover alternative treatments that we can use to treat those illnesses. Secondly, I'll be explaining who can stem cells potentially help. According to an article recently published by the Mayo Clinic, stem cells have the ability to help patients who have suffered from spinal cord injuries, Parkinson's disease, and even cancer. In addition, stem cells can potentially be grown to become new tissue for use in transplant and regenerative medicine. Stem cells also allow scientists to test new drugs for safety and effectiveness, which saves many patients from potential side effects. Scientists are currently working on new areas of study, which include the effectiveness of using human stem cells that have been programmed into tissue-specific cells to test the new drugs. However, for the test to be accurate, the cells must be programmed to acquire properties of the cells that are being targeted by the drug. According to the Mayo Clinic, the ability of stem cells to become almost any type of cell opens many doors in the field of genetic engineering and has a very prominent future. All of this brings me to the specific use of stem cells to engineer artificial organs. For patients who suffer from chronic liver failure or heart failure, most of the time have a very small range of options or treatments when it comes to getting the help they need or treatment. And the most common treatment or option that is provided to these patients is an organ transplant. However, in order to receive an organ transplant, the patient must be placed on a donors list, which can take up to 5 years in order to finally receive an organ, according to the United States donors list. On the other hand, recent progress in stem biology has resulted in the generation of bioengineered blood vessels, heart valves, kidneys, livers, and bladders, according to Dr. Alexander Skardal. These tremendous breakthroughs in genetic engineering has the potential to someday program the patient's own cells to directly differentiate into functional replacement cell types. In addition, subsequent combination of these cells with natural, synthetic, and or decellularized organ materials to generate functional tissue substitutes is finally a real possibility. In conclusion, stem cells have the ability to revolutionize genetics as we know it today. It might even be possible as a treatment for diseases for which we have not yet found a treatment yet. The ability of stem cells to become specialized into almost any cell in our body gives us the ability to program them into tissue cells and even organ cells. In addition, the use of cells in regenerative medicine has given us the opportunity to potentially save millions of lives that are currently in hope to be the next recipient in line. Furthermore, the stem cells might even allow scientists to use the patient's own cells and program them into becoming specialized in the specific area that is being affected, and potentially save the patients with its own cells. The future of medicine seems very prominent with the research that is currently going on with these stem cells and has revolutionized genetic engineering as we know it today, with the potential to save millions of lives across the world.